Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey there, Missouri, and welcome back to the Scoreboard Guy here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Coming to you, as always, from the Pizza Ranch studio and presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. Liuna Labor's Local 663, Building Missouri and Building Missouri State. Also presented by Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. They care as much about your money as you do. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Also presented by Doak Propane, Shelter Insurance, and the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. And now on to our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segments. We've got a young lady from Carthage, Missouri, home of the Tigers and the Lady Tigers, and alongside head coach Scott Moore. Coach Moore, thanks for setting this up today.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful honor for her.
Coach, talk a little bit just about Kiana. Kiana Yates is who we're referring to, scored her 1,500th point, and she's not too far away from breaking the career scoring record at Carthage. But what makes Kiana so special?
She's been our point guard from the very first practice she was a freshman. She has a consistent control of our offense that we like. She can penetrate. She can hit the mid-range game. She shoots the three really well. She's a great passer. Other coaches talk to me about her game IQ and how they try to, stop her, and she still finds a way to beat them with whatever they're trapping with or whatever. And so she's just such an all-around great player, but also an equally great teammate. 3 times in a row now, freshman, sophomore, junior year, she's been voted best teammate by all her teammates, and also like great student with 3.9 GPA. So we're pretty proud of her all the way around.
Very good. Coach, as you look back at Kiana when she was a freshman, talk a little bit about the things where she's really improved over that time. You talk about the IQ. Obviously, maybe physically, she's gotten a little bit stronger as well. But going back to her freshman year, did you think she had an opportunity to break the school record?
To be honest, her freshman year was also my first year, so I didn't necessarily know what the school record was. But I actually met Kiana when she was just an 8th grader. I came up when I got the job. I met the parents and former or future players and so forth. And people were telling me that Kiana Yates was going to be the next great player to come through Carthage. And so I walked up to her and her dad, and I said, "Hey, I hear you're going to be my point guard for the next 4 years. Are you ready for that?" And she looked me right in the eye and said, "Yes, I am." And so at that point, she passed. And so I knew that we were going to be in good shape. But her game has evolved. Like at the beginning, she was a good ball handler and a good passer. Her outside shot wasn't very good. She spent a lot of time on the gun, a lot of time working on that. And now she's shooting over 30% from the 3-point line, where really her freshman, sophomore year, she was in like the low 20s. And so teams really sagged off of her to protect the paint. And now they have to have layers to stop her because she can't shoot the three, so they got to close out. But then she can also 1 or 2 dribble, pull up, and knock down mid-range, so there has to be a layer there for her. And then the teams that have some success probably have a 6'1" girl protecting the rim, but they have to use layers to stop her. So that's really shows her improvement over the years.
Kiana, thank you so much for joining the show today.
Yeah, no problem.
And first off, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. It's been a fun 4 years,
Yeah. Did once you got close to that 1,500 milestone, were you aware of it going into the game?
I mean, honestly, well, yeah, for 1,500 I knew, but for the scoring record, I didn't really know what the scoring record was. But starting the beginning of this year, we started like dialing down how many more points I need each game. So yeah, I was aware whenever we got the record for 1,500, and then my teammates were just celebrating. So it was a fun day.
Can you talk a little bit about those people in your past that have influenced you? Obviously you've got your parents. Maybe they have, made sure you got to games when you were younger and things of that nature. Maybe you've had an AAU coach when you were in the 5th grade or something like that. And then obviously your coaches now. Talk about those people that have influenced you.
Yeah, definitely my parents and my grandparents. I mean, they take me to everything, and I just appreciate them, you know. And starting when I was like a little kid, I always went to the Boys and Girls Club because I went to a thing called Skywalkers in Joplin, and I always practiced there. My brother had practice, so I'd always be in the gym just playing basketball, and then coming up, and then I just started switching teams, and then this past summer I played for Mo Phenom, and they've just been great. You know, they're great people, and they just care about you. You know, so that was fun too. But yeah, just my parents and my family, my support system, they're all great. So
If the 2023 Kiana Yates could go back to 2019 and give the 2019 Kiana Yates some advice, what advice would you give yourself as a freshman coming into your freshman year?
I would probably say to make a couple more shots so I wouldn't be in such a like short frame to get this record because I feel like I only got a couple more games left. So, but yeah, and just to keep enjoying it, you know, like the people I've passed, they were fun people, and then I've gotten to meet new people, so it's just been a good experience.
Do you have any superstitions?
Honestly, not really. I mean, I just stretch, but just praying, I guess, would be my superstition, I guess.
You know, as you look back over your career, and it has gone by fast, I know it. I've been there. We've all been there. As you look back over your career, or can you think of one or two or maybe three games that you would really like to go back and play again? Maybe you had your 40-point night, or maybe it's a game you lost that you really felt like you should have won. You'd like to go back and take another shot at it. Are there games in your career that you can look back on and think, man, I'd like to go through that again?
Yeah, honestly, just I would say the ones I would go back to are the ones where I'm just cheering for my teammates. You know, like Branson last year, I hit a buzzer beater that should not have counted, but they counted it, and my teammates were just going crazy. So that was fun, and also hitting 1,000 and 1,500. You know, my teammates are just there, just enjoying the moment as I am. So fun times, yeah.
And Coach talked a little bit about that leadership role. Where does that come from? What, being voted the team of the year, all three of your previous 3 years, or teammate, I guess, of the year. Where does that come from? Where does that come from?
Really, Kiana's like the single most positive person you've ever met. Like in practice, if a teammate, like we're just doing a shooting drill, it's not like for punishment or for running or anything, just a shooting drill. The kid misses a jumper as she's rebounding past, she's like, hey, you got this one, or hey, that's all right, hey, get this one, whatever. So just always positive. In lines doing 3-man weave or 5-man weave, she's always a positive person, making sure we got the lines lined up. Hey, step up there. Hey, that's all right. We got the next one. Just really positive and constant, like a chatter. She doesn't necessarily lead by demanding, like, hey, you get over there. She's like, hey, we need somebody in this line over here. And she says it in such a positive way that the kid's like, oh, okay. And so she leads vocally that way, but really first one in the gym, last one to leave type of kid. The kids feed from that. They know that Kiana's getting up shots and she's pretty good. We should probably get shots up if we want to be pretty good also. And so leader by example, leads by vocal. Kiana never goes less than 90% in a drill. Even if I say, hey, we're going 50% speed right here to get this play worked out, Kiana goes quicker than I wanted to, and the other kids aren't ready for it and whatever. And so that's just really good leadership because she always wants to get it right and get it full speed and get it game ready. And so just kind of every facet of her game leads her to be a leader.
Again, visiting with Chevy Leaders of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Kiana Yates, Carthage Lady Tiger, on scoring her 1,500 career point. Kiana, you're senior. What plans, if any, do you have for next year?
Yeah, I'm still unsure. I know time's ticking down, and I should probably make a decision soon. But it's harder than it sounds. So I'm still kind of waiting, and yeah, I guess I'll just see what the future holds. I don't know what I'll do. Play basketball or not.
She's also waiting for the next great offer to come in. So if there's any colleges out there listening that want Kiana Yates to come play for them, she still has options open.
Outstanding. Kiana, do you have any particular area of study maybe that you're looking at?
Probably business. It would be my one right now, unless I change my major while I'm at school. But yeah.
I changed mine, I think, 6 times. At one point, my major was just eligibility. Just stay eligible. All my classes were in the gym, I think, for a couple of years. hours. But it's always fun, and you'll enjoy it. And it'll go by fast, too. It will indeed. And Kiana, once again, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week. And go out and break that record, and we'll get you back on.
All right, sounds good. I'll try my best.
Okay. And Carthage Lady Tiger head coach Scott Moore, thanks so much for setting this up. I know it's a tough time of the year. You're winding down. You've got districts coming up, but I really appreciate you guys being generous with your time here on the Missouri Sports Network.
Thanks for reaching out and setting it up. And Kiana is very deserving of the honor. We appreciate that.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, live from the Pizza Ranch studio. We're going to take a quick time out, and we come back. We'll hear from another athlete of the week from Plattsburg, Missouri, Isaiah Howard, on setting his school record, career record in scoring. We'll be right back after these messages.
I believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Enjoy a fresh start to your meal at Pizza Ranch, where the salad bar is always included with your buffet. Every day you'll find garden fresh greens, colorful veggies, and sides for every appetite. It's the most refreshing way to balance out a meal while leaving plenty of room for your other buffet favorites. Convenient, fast, and fresh. It's the Pizza Ranch Salad Bar. Mmm.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a time like this, in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's a lot better now.
It was like a huge weight lifted.
And welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Got an opportunity earlier today to catch up with another Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week from Plattsburg High School, who's off to a tremendous start. They're already one game into their districts, and I believe they're 27-0 at this point. But Isaiah Howard, just a junior, set the all-time career scoring record at Plattsburg High School earlier this week, and we got to talk with him and head coach Twydell Love.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective, and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio. And as always, brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Lyuna Laborers Local 663, Building Missouri and Building Missouri State. Also presented by Doak Propane, located here in Bolivar, Missouri. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak. Also presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. They care as much about your money as you do. Understanding what really matters. Great Southern Bank, member FDIC. And the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks sponsoring our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment. And to that end, we go back, I guess, so to speak, to Plattsburg High School and Coach Twidell Love Jr. Coach T, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, 27-0. Did you imagine that sitting here at this time of the season? You'd be 27-0?
No, not really, man. But the kids have put in their work, man, and I knew that we was going to have something special this year coming into this year.
And Coach, you getting ready to play your second round of districts here. What are some things right now that you feel like your team is doing really well at the right time of the season?
I just think we're clicking on all cylinders with being able to handle adversity throughout games. Go on runs and sharing the ball well, and just playing as a team and just getting after it defensively.
Yeah, guys already played one game in that Class 2 District 15. You get a win, a sizable win, 34-point victory over Maysville. Tell us a little bit about that game, because Maysville comes in with 20 wins. So this wasn't a slouch you're playing.
Not at all. We got off to a slow start in that first half. Only had a 5-point lead going into halftime. But I kind of had to let lead into them in the locker room and let them know, just stay with just do what got us here. Don't try to do anything different. I think we came out trying to do things differently than what got us to that point. And we came out third quarter and had a really big third quarter, put up 25 points there, got a lot of stops, only gave up 8 points in that third quarter. So that was huge to giving us some cushion there.
Now you got West Platte tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about West Platte. What do you know about them, and what are you going to have to do there to come out on top?
So West Platte's in our conference. We're in the KCI conference up here in the north. West Platte's a well-coached team. Tyler Funk does a good job over there. They went to the district finals last year, came up short to Gallatin. We've played them twice already in the season this year. We played them in the championship of the KCI tournament in the beginning of the year. Had a really good win against them then. Then we played them at home just 2 weeks ago for senior night and court warming things and all those, a lot of festivities, and played them that night. Got off to a slow start against them then. They punched us in the mouth in the first quarter, and we had a really strong second, third quarter to break out another lead there, and kind of had a good win against them at home. But they're well coached. They're tough. It'll be a great district championship tomorrow here.
Again, we're visiting with the head coach for the Plattsburg Tigers, Coach Twidell Love, and part of our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week. The all-time leading scorer in Plattsburg history is 1,874 career points, including 721 points this year, his junior year, Isaiah Howard. And Coach, tell us a little bit about Isaiah, what makes him special.
And Isaiah's such a special kid with how unselfish he is, and how much he cares about his teammates outside of his numbers. If you came and watched him play, you wouldn't even think that he has that many, because of how unselfish he is, and wants to get everybody involved in the action and care about everybody's success. But he's just one of those special talents up here with his ability to dominate on both sides of the ball.
Isaiah, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
First off, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network and Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations for being named a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And the first question I have to ask is, do you wear your seatbelt?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Got to. My mom makes sure I do that anywhere I go.
Very good, because I'm a mandated reporter with the Missouri State Highway Patrol, so I'm happy to hear that. But first off, did you realize or did you know that you were getting close to setting the all-time school record when you broke it?
Yeah, Coach T. Well, before I broke the all-time boys leading record, Coach T, the practice before the game, Coach T let me know like where I was at, and that I needed to get my stuff back together. So then I got it, and then I kind of knew I was getting close to the all-time leading score, but my main focus was getting the win and keep surviving in the playoffs.
So when you break the record, the career scoring record, what happens on the floor? Did they stop the game?
No, not this time. We finished the game, and then Coach T did it after the game, but yeah, it was cool.
Do you remember the shot that set the record? Do you remember what was it, from the free throw line, a 3-pointer? Where was it?
I actually did a layup. I probably should have dunked it, but I did a layup.
Very good. Now going back, Isaiah, going back to your freshman year, do you remember the first 2 points you scored?
My first 2, I actually hit a 3. Me and my sister both high school points were 3, so it was pretty cool to see her do that too.
Yeah. Now how old's your sister?
She is 14. She's gonna turn 15.
Oh, so she's just done
He's
that
a
recently.
freshman this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, going back over that 1,874 career points, do certain games stand out to you that you really, either you had a big game, your highest scoring game, or maybe it was a game maybe that got away from you that you'd like to go play back or play again to maybe see if you could win it? I mean, what are some games that stand out over your career? And I know you're just a junior, so you've still got a lot of games in front of you.
For sure. My freshman year, we went into triple overtime with West Platte. Definitely last year against Gallatin. I think that slipped away from us a little. And those are probably 2 of the biggest ones. We just played Excelsior this past couple months, and that was a good game. That was probably one of the craziest games I've been in. And then we won the double OT versus St. Michael's this year too. So been some crazy games this year.
So that double OT, that was 60-59. That was in the championship of the Bishop LeBlanc tournament.
Yeah.
So that had to be a lot of fun. As you look back on your career, are there gyms outside of your home gym? Are there other places you love to play? Maybe it's because of the crowd. Maybe it's because you shoot the ball really well in there. I know there's different gyms where the backgrounds are different and things like that. Do you have one place that you particularly enjoy playing?
Not really. I feel like, some of the backgrounds definitely throw me off a little, but I think that the 10 feet is 10 feet. So I think it's pretty same to me, like all of them.
Are you looking forward to tonight's game with West Platte, or tomorrow night's game with West Platte?
Yeah. Our big thing is being ready mentally. So getting my head right, getting locked in.
What are you doing between now and then to get prepared?
Get practice, get plenty of treatment, ice, getting right. My friend got a hot tub, so I'll probably go over there, get a hot tub, and then just have a good day at school.
Yeah. Coach T don't get an invite to the hot tub?
Nah, I kind of stay away from that deal there.
Very good. Well, Coach T, going into West Platte, right now everybody asks a lot of time at this time of the season, are you overall as a team, are you relatively healthy?
Yeah, we only play about 5.5. We play 6 guys total, all year long. So that's knock on wood. That's been a blessing for us. Only playing that short amount of kids to have the success that we're having. The kids have been working hard all year long, bought in from day one since I got here last year, and that was kind of the foundation to the chemistry that these kids have this year.
Coach, looking at your district, Class 2, I believe District 15, whoever comes out of that, well, as you look forward, who would they likely match up with, in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, we have one of the tougher Class 2 districts in the state, with the top 4 teams, all plus 20 wins, and you don't see that too often at the Class 2 level. But anybody that comes out of our district, I think, has been tested and has a schedule that has prepared them for whoever they play next. The teams that are on the other side right now is Bishop LeBlanc and North Andrews, who are both well coached. Both of those teams are well coached and will be ready for the next game here.
You bet. Well, I certainly appreciate you setting this up. I know we had a hiccup last week as we got to it, but in that time he broke the school record, or the career record, so it worked out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Best of luck as you take on West Platte, and hopefully you guys will get a district championship, and we'll get to visit with you next week as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And again, Isaiah, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations for being named Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network. Hey, great to catch up with Isaiah Howard. He'd been on before earlier this season, as had Coach Twidell Love. We also had an opportunity earlier to catch up with our Country Financial Team of the Week from Meadville High Schools. They're undefeated on the season. Steve Carvajal is their head coach, and he brought in 7 of his players, and we got to catch up with them earlier today. And we'd like to play that interview for you as well right after this introduction at the Missouri Sports Network.
The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented to you, as always, by Central Bank of the Ozarks. Central Bank of the Ozarks for several locations here in Southwest Missouri. Liuna, Labor's Local 663, Building Missouri, and Building Missouri State University. Also presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, they care as much about your money as you do. Member FDIC. Going quite a bit north of the studio to Meadville, Missouri, and home of the Meadville women's basketball team and head coach Steve Carvajal. Coach Carvajal, thanks for setting this up.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Coach, you guys have had a tremendous season already, undefeated on the season, 25-0. Tell us a little bit about this team and this tremendous season that you're having.
Well, it's always been a dream season. We've got a good group of girls. Of course, I'm getting to coach my daughters as well. We brought those 2 along with the mix we already had, but had a very good season. And as everybody knows, in the last month or so, we really tried to beef up our schedule. We added some larger schools with Bishop LeBlanc and Schuyler County. And of course, we finished well in the Salisbury tournament against South Shelby and Cairo. So we've tried to test ourselves as well. We've had some close games that have gone down to the wire. We've had many games that have been over at halftime, which isn't necessarily a good thing because it's sometimes we're worried about being in shape. But it's a good group of girls. Small, we're not very tall, obviously, but we like to think we get after it like nobody else.
Now, members of the Class 1, District 12, tell us a little bit about that district. I know you guys haven't played yet, the 1 seed overall, but you've got a couple. You've got teams in there with 18 wins and 16 wins, so it's not a cakewalk. Just kind of handicap that district a little bit. You've got Brunswick, I believe, this evening.
Yes, not by any means. The top 4 teams were ourselves, Tina, of course, Lynn County, who won the district last year here and upset us the last night, so the girls have that on their mind. And then, of course, Brunswick. Quality teams. We're excited about playing at home. It hasn't been known, but we lost Madison, our point guard, 10 days ago to a knee injury. We're hoping to have her back if that's possible. And of course, she's obviously going to be probably a first-team All-State guard. She's getting better, but that'll be hopefully an issue. We're going to play without her tonight. But Brunswick's got a good team, got good size. Tina's one of the biggest teams we played all year long. If you're not familiar with them, they have the KZMU Player of the Year last year, a girl named Ruckles, who's a 6-foot post player. And then they have another guard who's going to go play college ball as well. You don't see that very often in a Class 1 school. So the talent in our district is pretty solid.
Tell us just a little bit about the overall age of your team. Are you mostly seniors? I see 6 seniors on the roster, I believe, but is it a veteran team?
Well, yes and no. We start, obviously, Madison is a freshman, then we start 2 seniors, Mallory Dennis and Kendra Myers, and then my other daughter, Paige Carvajal, is a junior, and Corey Holzer is a junior. And then we have 2 girls come off the bench that are seniors and another freshman or 2 that come off the bench as well. We did just pick up a player this last week, which don't know if that'll come into play. She started the last 2 years. She tore her ulnar nerve in the softball season, so she's been out for 4 months. So she's just getting into shape. She would have come off the bench for us. She's a post player. She's actually the tallest player on our team at 5'9". And she became eligible last week, has played very sparingly, but she might give us some minutes. And she's a senior as well.
Again, visiting with Meadville Lady Eagles head coach Steve Carvajal, and you've got some young ladies there beside you. Let's start with the young lady there right next to you. Tell us a little bit about her and what she does for the team.
Well, the girl sitting next to me is Mallory Dennis, and she's one of the seniors. And ironically, I tell her sometimes she's one of the reasons I took the job, because of the way I'd seen her play in the past. We were trying to find a fit for me. I got this job because there's a critical shortage position because I'd already retired. And I always liked the way she played. Didn't think she played smart all the time, but I thought she played hard, and I tease her about that constantly. But she is one of our defensive players, very solid, but she's about 5'2". I list her at 5'5", 5'6", but she's a little fire plug, kind of gets us going defensively, but just scored her 1,000th point this year, but a big player on our defense for us.
Mallory, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'1", 5'2".
Is that barefoot?
Yeah.
Nobody plays the game barefoot, so just.
I know. That's why I'm listed as 5'6".
Tell us a little bit about your role and responsibility on the team, the position you play, and define it from your point of view.
It's all new to me this year because I've never been necessarily a forward or the 4. I've always been a guard just because of my height. So it's all new, but I like it. I mean,
do you have a favorite position? I mean, what would be, if you could pick your position on the floor, what would you play?
Yeah, probably right where I'm at.
Very good. Very good. What's been your kind of impression of this season? Did you think you'd be sitting here, going into district at undefeated 25-0?
No, I never would have imagined that. I didn't know what was to come, but I didn't imagine this.
As you go into the season being a senior, just by virtue of what I do, I'll get schedules and I'll look at games that I want to be at. Do you find yourself going into the season? Were you looking at the schedule? Were there games that you were really looking forward to playing? Maybe you shoot the ball well in that gym, or maybe it's a rivalry. What games were you looking forward to playing?
Especially like Lynn County, because I want to beat them just because they beat us last year, which was unexpected. So that was a big game for us to win. And then South Shelby, they also beat us by 40 last year. So that was a good one for us.
Well, in Lynn County, you got pretty even with them. You beat them by 38, yeah. I think. So that's getting really even. What do you do just kind of in preparation for a game? You're playing tonight. You've got Brunswick. Are you looking at scouting reports? Are you drinking lots of water? What are you doing to kind of get ready?
Yeah, we watch a lot of film, which helps a lot, just so we know a lot of the plays they run. We know who we're guarding ahead of time, so we kind of can prepare for what we're going to do.
Now, Mallory, you're a senior.
Yeah.
If you could go back to your freshman year and give yourself some advice, if the 2023 Mallory Dennis could go back to that 2019 freshman and give her some advice, what advice would you give yourself?
Probably to play every game like it's your last, because it ends really fast.
It goes by quick, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Very good. Well, Mallory, on behalf of Country Financial, we appreciate you being here. Congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. Mallory, now it's your opportunity here to introduce the next young lady.
Okay, this is Maddie Carbajal. She's our guard. Sorry. Yeah, I'm Maddie.
Maddie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well right now. It's a little cold down here. I don't know what it is there, but it was 65 here yesterday, and now it's 30.
Yeah, it's cold here.
Maddie, tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
Well, I'm the point guard, and I usually guard the inbounder, and I'm at the front of the press. My job is just to attack and try to open up the offense and look for my shooters and just like Mallory, get a spark on defense.
And what grade are you, Maddie?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman. Did you hear what she said? What Mallory said about going back to yourself some advice?
Yeah.
Tell us what you do to kind of get prepared for a game.
Like Mal said, we watch a lot of film, know who we're guarding. I drink a lot of water. I'm usually always nervous. I don't think we've had a game this year that I haven't been sick to my stomach before, but that's really it. Watch film, be nervous.
We shoot a lot of free throws too in the morning,
shoot
guys.
a lot of free throws coming every morning.
Are you more nervous before a game or right now?
Like right now, a few hours before is when I'm really nervous, and when they're playing the national anthem, it really starts to set in.
Yeah, very good. What are you looking forward to? Your first district competition coming up tonight. Not to make you more nervous about it. What's going through your mind now as you step on the floor before you step on the floor tonight?
I mean, I've never played in any district game side, but I know from my sisters that, it's one and done. So you should play your hardest, I guess. And it's definitely makes me more nervous. And it's more nerve wracking knowing that anything could happen and it could be your last game for the season.
Yeah. I used to get so much more nervous before basketball games than baseball games.
Yeah.
My dad told me to stick $1 in my sock before every game, and that way I knew I always had $1 when I got done. So it worked. That kind of calmed me down a little bit. But Maddie, again, also congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week. And Maddie, why don't you introduce the next young lady?
Thank you. This is Kendra Myers. She's our host, R5. Hi.
Kendra, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good. Tell me a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
Pretty much to guard the big girls down low, not get the ball inside to them as my main goal, and to keep them without getting the ball.
And what grade are you?
I'm a senior.
All right. Same question. If you could go back to 2019 and give yourself some
I always say the same as Mallory and play your hardest each game, because now this year I know in districts where if we do lose, I'm not going to get another chance, and I'm hoping we don't, because I know it'll be the last time I get to play.
And Kendra, if you could go back over your 4-year career and play any game over again, maybe it's a game you played really well, maybe it was a game that you won you didn't think you were going to, and in some cases it may be a game that got away from you that you really felt like you should win. What game would you go back, or maybe it's more than one game, would you like to go back and play again?
Definitely last year during districts playing Lynn County. I think we should have definitely won that game. It was very shocking to all of us that we lost, but I think we just had an off night that night and definitely should have won.
Very good. Are you looking forward to tonight's game?
Yes, I am. Nervous, but I am looking forward. We haven't played in 10 days, so I'm excited to play tonight.
Very good. Well, again, congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage, coming to you live from the Pizza Ranch studio here. And now you get to introduce the next young lady.
This is Corey Holster, our guard.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Tell us about your roles and responsibilities.
I usually guard the best player, try and keep them to the lowest points possible. I shoot a lot of threes and drive a lot, kind of the all-around player. Get people open looks, try and find Kendra in the post.
What's been your toughest assignment this year? You say you guard the best player. Who's maybe been the toughest to handle?
Probably Miranda Patterson from South. She was an all-state guard last year, so she's pretty good.
And how do you get prepared for that? Are you watching a lot of film, looking at tendencies, things like that?
Yeah, I look at a lot of film and stats, see what they score against other teams that we played, and see just how low I can keep her from scoring, and watch film on what she does when she crosses over, just her timing when she dribbles.
And Cora, what grade are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior.
Yeah.
So you've got another year.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. You play any other sports?
I ran cross country and track.
I bet that's very helpful for basketball. Is that a Coach Carvajal suggestion?
No.
All right. Well, Cora, again, congratulations, and thanks for being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week segment.
Thank you.
All right. And who do we have next?
This is Paige Carvajal, our shooting guard.
Paige, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I always wanted that title, shooting guard, because then I knew I could just shoot anytime I wanted to. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your role. Do you get to shoot pretty much when you want?
Yeah, I usually do. Yeah, my role is to play good defense because I'm obviously pretty short. And yeah, on offense, I'm looking to shoot a lot, sometimes a little too deep than my dad likes, but it happens.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite spot on the floor?
To shoot from?
Yes.
I mean, probably the top of the key.
All right. Do you ever does coach ever say, no, okay, yeah, that's fine?
I haven't heard it, but he's definitely thought it.
All right. Tell us a little bit now. What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Tell us a little bit about your impression of the 25-0 start to the season.
It's definitely incredible. We're very lucky to be able to do this. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't think we would go undefeated because, we obviously have played some really tough teams. But, it happened, and it's really cool.
What was your favorite game this year?
Probably when we played Bishop LeBon because we had a great crowd, and so did they. And it was back and forth the whole game. It was close, very good team. And, we pulled out with the win, and not even on our home floor. It was at their place, so that's pretty cool.
Very good. Well, congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week, and best of luck as you go to districts. And you bet. Who do we have next?
McKinley Fletcher.
I'm saying first name?
McKinley.
McKinley, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What position do you play?
I'm a guard.
You got a lot of guards on this team.
Do what?
So you got a lot of guards on this team.
She has to play 1 through 5 sometimes too. She's the first
Okay.
sub, and she'll guard the post, and she might guard the point guard.
McKinley, what's been maybe your favorite game to play this season?
I really enjoyed the South game and the Bishop LeBon game just because they were close and back and forth.
Did you ever have an inkling that you'd be sitting here at 25-0 going into districts?
No, I definitely had my doubts going into some games just with the results from last year, but I'm happy that we're 25-0.
And what grade are you, McKinley?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman. Well, what's it like, going from junior high, coming in as a freshman? What's been the biggest, I guess, challenge that you've had to adapt to from junior high basketball to varsity basketball?
It's definitely a really big change just because, in every game, it's a way different atmosphere. And, you just have a bigger role, and the girls are way better, and you have to, play better defense. And
So what are your nerves like?
they're definitely there. I get very nervous sometimes, but I don't know.
Very good. Well, McKinley, congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week.
Thank you.
You bet. Forgot. We have anyone else?
I think that's it.
That is it. Well, Coach, you've got a game tonight. What time does that tip off?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and it's at home, correct?
Yes, we are hosting districts.
You are hosting district. As you look at the district setup, the winner of your district would go where and likely face who?
Whoever wins our district will play. It'll be North Shelby, barring a huge upset, and the winner of that game would most likely play either Community or St. Elizabeth, possibly Potted Grove. So it's a tough road to hoe, but the winner of our district will play North Shelby.
Very good. So you're tracked to the and I'm an ambassador for Misha, so I host the Final Four. So if you guys can make it, hopefully I'll get to meet you in person.
That would be great.
We I've talked with South Iron down here, Delta down here, Walnut Grove down here. That there's just kind of a Walnut Grove. They've been there 10 of the last 12 years, and I was talking to Coach Henry, and he said, "Hey, if we get there this year, we've played really, really well because he lost 4 starters in the last probably month."
I heard that, yeah, and they got a tough road to get there.
Yeah, they do. Well, Coach Carvajal, again, thanks for setting this up. Ladies, congratulations on being part of the Country Financial Team of the Week. I'm going to play a commercial right now, and we will talk to you later. Have a great day. God bless everybody, and good luck and stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Brought to you by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County, with locations in Billings and Marionville. And Doak Propane for all your propane needs. Hopefully it'll get warm enough. You can fire up a grill out here, but Doak Propane for all the propane needs in Polk County and surrounding counties. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Hey, welcome back here, and certainly appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this episode of High School Game Day. Hey, make sure you sign up and follow us on Twitter at Scoreboard Guy, or on Twitter at Missouri Sports Network. Sign up and like us on Facebook at Missouri Sports Network. And every time we have one of these videos go out, you will get a notification. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. And as always, keep it right here on Missouri Sports Network and MissouriSportsNetwork.com.